Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, this is New To. And today I'm going to be bringing you a look at a fairly new TCG called Monster Club. So Monster Club advertises itself as a fairly casual TCG that you can play in your lunch breaks. And I really have to agree with this as well. And I think that's part of its unique charm for me. And what I have here today for everyone to look at is the Season 0 or the original set. So what's cool about this game is that while it does have booster packs, you can buy the season set. So there's season 1 and season 0 at the moment, which contain a preset amount of cards that kind of give you a good flavor of what the set or what the season is all about. And the season sets come in decks. So we have the 2 decks here. And I think I'll just show you the box as well. And I already unboxed this and sleeved them up just so I can have a look at it. So there's no surprises for me here. But let's have a look. It said that he who plays becomes the game himself. So the excitement of poker, strategy of chess, and an unearthly conflict of monsters. Imagine all that during your lunch break. So 54 unique cards. 2 players can compete with balanced, pre-composed decks, or you can assemble your own deck of 25 cards. That's right, deck limit is 25. And what it means by unique as well is that cards in this game you can only have 1 copy of unless it specifies on the card that you can have more than 1 copy. So for instance here, Bat Dragon says duplicates of this card are allowed. That means I can have more than 1. But otherwise, you only allowed 1 copy of any card in your deck. So let's like the Witch of Power here, you can only have 1 of her, and that's it. So I think that's really cool. That kind of gives it flavor. You never know quite what's going to come out of your deck because it's going to be hard to build those kind of consistent engines that you see in other games where you have 4 copies of 1 card and such and such. So anyway, let's jump right in and have a look at the decks. So we'll look at this one first here. So we've got Bat Dragon, deal with the grave, return a monster from any grave to the board. This stack is destroyed. The high ground. So these are power cards here. So what we have is monster cards and then power cards. And power cards go on to monsters. So even if they've got a kind of one-off effect where, like this one here, deal with the grave, it gets destroyed, you have to equip it to a monster for it to activate. So you can't just play these flat out. You always have to have a monster if you want to get your power cards off the ground. So I'm not really going to go too much into how to play the game in this video. Oh, the poisonous seal, that's cool. But instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another video of a how to play. So if the kind of card art and the kind of theme of the game gets your fancy, I suppose, yeah, feel free to subscribe, and we're going to go through this game and we're going to look at all the kind of aspects of it, from deck building to playthrough to opening some boosters as well. That sounds really cool. We're going to jump right into season 1 as well, I think, after this. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. And I think it's nice to have a break from all your kind of really complicated card games where, there's chains and, hundreds and hundreds of cards per set to collect. We're looking at a very scaled back TCG here. And there's something appealing about that for me. So just to show you, how to win the game is to destroy a number of monsters that you and your opponent determine at the beginning of the game. So let's say we're playing a game and we say first person to destroy 3 monsters wins. It is that simple. And how do monsters battle? Well, there it is. There's the attack values of them. So if I control the Dragon of Shimmering, I say I attack the Mage of Solar Magic. We simply compare the attack values and whoever has the highest wins. Now, if it was equal, you would then look at their values here. Rock, paper, scissors. So if these were equal here, Dragon of the Shimmering would win because scissors beats paper. And it's as simple as that. This little symbol here at the bottom means how many power cards that they can have. So Dragon of the Shimmering's got great attack, but he can't have any equipment on him, or you can't play anything on him if he's by himself. So if you got him down, you're gonna be alone. Whereas with the Mage of Solar Magic here, he can control up to 3 power cards. So that's an added bonus. So sometimes not having a strong monster might be more advantageous. All right, let's have a look at the next one here. Army Soldier, Armed Knight, the first power sword. And, you know, things like that, they just go on. It's got 1600 attack. It is that simple. Gonzo plus the D-stacker. But where the kind of strategy comes into the game is that you can start to play cards face down. A bit like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you can also play the equipment card or the power cards face down on them too. So you never really know what you're attacking. And that means that if perhaps your opponent only needs one monster left to destroy, you don't want to give it to them on your own turn when you're attacking into an unknown face down stack. So there's that kind of bluff element to this game that I quite like as well. I like that while you have duplicates, they have different card art. That's pretty cool. Return from the Grave. I think if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, you'd be kind of familiar with some of these concepts of kind of coming from the grave and all that kind of thing. This is a cool combo. I like this. So monster swap here. Each player selects a monster on its board and swap them. Stacked power cards return the original deck. But you can give your opponent the most loyal mage, but this card only initiates an attack if command comes directly from its original owner. So even though you give it to your opponent, they can't attack with it. Only its original owner can declare an attack. So you can just swap any monster, give them the most loyal mage, and it just sits clogging up their field. They can't do anything with it. It's a cool combo. Surprise defense. So that's kind of like a you've activated my trap card here. And finally, Savannah Warrior. So that's the other 25 card deck. And let's just look. These are the 4 cards that you get additional as well. So if you want to start mixing these decks together and to create your own kind of unique 25 card deck, you can kind of add these into the Witch of Power, the Rising Sun, Guardian of the Forest, and Combined Force. And again, I said the cool thing is because you only need one copy of these cards, unless you're going to play like some kind of big duplicate deck, then you've got it. You know, that's it. That's a play set right there, just the one. So that's really cool. I like the backs too. I thought I'd just show you those. So yeah, if this game kind of gets you interested, I think the thing that caught it out to me, made it stand out, is that we don't really have a kind of a really simple TCG at the moment. Something that says, look, if you just want to play a game, a really quick game where you can just get out a deck, small deck, battle some monsters, and then put it away. Maybe even in between rounds of other card games, who knows, then you can. And I think this just fills that niche really well. So I'm just going to show you the box again here. So there's Monster Club. And yeah, if this does interest you, definitely check out the website, monsterclubcards.com. And it's a European website. I mean, I had to get these. It took ages because of Brexit. But despite that, I think there are some players in America as well. So they are getting cards out all over the world now. And there is a Discord as well. Check out the Discord for Monster Club. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, because what I'll be doing is I'll be creating a whole bunch more content for Monster Club. I think this one deserves a good look at, and I think we're going to have some playthrough videos. We're going to have some booster pack openings. We're going to try and do the lot. We're going to get Season 1 out here as well and open up that box. We'll probably do an unboxing of that one. And yeah, so as always, if you've enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. I've been U2. Thank you very much.